What's going on YouTube? Darksword255 here, where the numbers may be randomly generated, but the content itself is not. And we are jumping into, obviously, some Raid Shadow Legends today, folks. Raid has just announced a new fusion. If you have not been just absolutely exhausted with all the fusions, we have a new one for December. It starts on the 15th, and in today's video, we're going to be going over his kit, reading it over, reacting, and saying, hey, is this going to be a skip or a must grab? So let's go ahead, guys, and jump right into things. Alrighty, guys, we are jumping into the new champion. He is a Shadow Kid. I'm going to mean to butcher his name, Yukimasa. Hopefully I said that guy's name right. Also, I just realized that my beautiful face is going to be blocking this. Yukimasa, Demon of Ice. So he is a Shadowkin, I know. My first initial thought when I saw this was I was hoping it was going to be another reviver, because your boy is super down bad, I think, as in everybody, with a reviver for Shadowkin, but alas, it is a attack legendary. Let's jump into his kit, guys. So his A1 attacks all enemies, has a 25% chance of placing a block active skill debuff. This debuff cannot be resisted if there is at least one enemy under a stun, freeze, sleep, blah, 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 blah debuff. Instantly activates this skill whenever a champion skips a turn. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. So if he gets stunned or something, so, definitely, obviously PvP, you know, against arm, just kind of anybody, like let's freeze, sleep, or anything. That's cool. Instantly activates it, so he will automatically attack. He will automatically attack with his A1. I'm assuming the person who puts it on, and has a chance of placing block active skills. That's pretty cool. Let's move on to his A2. Attacks all enemies, will ignore block damage. That is nice. That is nice. Has a 75% chance of placing a freeze debuff on all enemies for one turn. This debuff cannot be resisted if there's at least one enemy under blah, 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 blah. Man, cool. So he basically has a 100% chance of landing a freeze debuff. Man, imagine pairing this guy. This guy's absolutely, obviously, a PvP. Like, just reading the first two skills, absolutely. Man, imagine who else could put freeze. There's a couple champions that can put freeze down, but the thing that's important is you would need to basically pair this guy with somebody who, there's not really anybody. You know what? Noel and Sir Nicholas as a combo with this guy might be actually really good, because Noel's freeze cannot be blocked if Sir Nicholas is on the team. So imagine making, you know, Noel, Sir Nicholas, this guy on the same team. I wonder if it, oh, wait a second. Holy crap, guys. Wait a second. I actually didn't finish reading this. Revives one random ally with 50% attack and turn meter. If this skill did not kill an enemy, revives all allies. Guys, I spoke too soon. We finally have a reviver for Shadowkin. Oh my God. Just for this one reason. First of all, this is a little bit weird. To have him be a reviver attacker. But I mean, there's obviously champions that do that. I do really like that. So if you kill somebody, it revives one person. If the skill doesn't kill somebody, it revives everyone. That is interesting. It almost is like it might just be better to make him a support instead of a damage dealer. Interesting. Okay, let me just go through the rest of this guy's kit. Attacks one enemy before attacking, steals all turn meter from, what, dude? Okay, all turn meter from the target. This effect cannot be okay if he's under sleep, stun. Okay, if at least one person, so it attacks one enemy. Okay. The damage inflicted by this skill increases by the amount of turn meter stolen. Okay. Interesting. Okay, and then his passive fills his champion's turn meter by 50% whenever a champion's fills his champion's turn meter by 50% whenever this champion skips a turn because of stuns, you know, the normal debuffs. Whenever this champion skips a turn because of one of these debuffs. That's really interesting. That's really, really interesting. I could definitely see a couple different ways to build this guy. I think we could definitely make some definitely for fun builds with him. Also, then his aura is ally attack by 33%, which, I mean, I don't even know why they do auras, honestly, anymore. People only run 2 different auras. You know what I mean? Wow. We finally have a Shadowkin Reviver. Now there will be 3. An Epic, and then 2 Legendaries, and we get this guy for free. Well, I say for free. He's going to be a traditional fusion, which is, you know, which is a little bit harder, but the fact that he can revive, the Shadowkin faction has almost no revivers. Just based off the reviving, he is, in my opinion, a must grab. Must grab. I can see a lot of different instances that this champion might be goated with the sauce, lack of a better term or expression. Because I feel like there are 2 different ways, and I'm going to have to play around with him when I get him. I feel like there's 2 different ways that you can build him. You can build him obviously as an attacker, right? You can build him as an attacker, lethal, so on. He looks like he's going to be ignoring a lot of the target's defense just with his kit. But it might just be better to build him as a support than an actual genuine attack champion, kind of like Gracchus, which you can build as, you know, a damage dealer, but he's actually better as a support. And I feel like this is in the same avenue as that. Really interesting, guys. Again, this fusion starts on the 15th. I'm excited. I don't know if I have enough sacred shards, but I guess we'll have to make do. Again, he might not have like crazy numbers. We're gonna have to test it when we get him, or, you know, we could watch people who have access to the test server. I do not have access to this test server. But yeah, this is a definite must grab, guys. When the calendar does come out for this guy, I'll post it on in my community tab so we can get a little bit more of an idea of what we're gonna have to do for this, guys. If you have not already liked and subscribed, make sure to do so, guys. I do a bunch of Raid Shadow Legends content, and I will see everybody in the next video.